So today on the channel, we're going to be talking about a match coverage rule that not a lot of players know exists in Madden 25. In fact, this has existed in Madden and it also is in college football for those of you that maybe play both games. And you need to be aware of the press rules for quarters versus the off coverage rules for quarters. So today we're going to illustrate how this works and why sometimes you feel like your coverage breaks down or does something that you're not expecting. Now, before I get into this rule, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as we're breaking down content to help you guys get better at Madden absolutely free. We upload 5 times a week with long form videos in the morning, with shorts in the afternoon, which could be a blitz setup, a blitz pickup, a one-play touchdown formula, simple coverage rules that you might not know exist, similar to this long form video. You guys get the gist. So make sure you guys are plugged in by hitting that notification bell. And if you don't mind, drop a comment below. It helps this video reach other players by improving its performance in the algorithm. So the rule set we're going to break down today is what happens when you play press out of your quarters coverage. A lot of players don't know this, but when you play press coverage, it locks the outside corner into man-to-man on the outside receiver, no matter what route they do. Traditionally, when we play quarters, we are accustomed to them only playing match coverage or man-to-man on those receivers if they go vertical. But sometimes when you roll up and press coverage out of quarters, you don't really realize that this MEG rule, M-E-G, man everywhere he goes, is in effect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run kind of like a machete concept. You're going to have a post that breaks from left to right, a post that breaks the other direction, and then I'm going to leave my underneath receivers on either smoke routes or something really, really shallow. This is a good concept because if you can get a pick in the middle of the field or just a win against the safeties playing match coverage, this could potentially be a one-play score because you don't really have those outside corners playing deep. So you see right here, I was able to throw this post route to Watson across the field, and we didn't have those outside deep zones dropping on the sideline. So you see right here, when we take a look at this instant replay, these drag routes are being jammed by those receivers. So we're able to kind of create a mesh combo. I could have gone underneath here to this left to right drag, but you see that those sideline deep zones are obviously not dropping back. They're locked into man-to-man. So now up top, this creates a lot of pressure on these safeties. And you see that we had a little bit of a pick here, and we're able to throw this strike to Christian Watson and scamper up the field for a huge gain. Now, this is very, very different than if we were to play a different style of coverage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to back these guys off to standard cover 4 depth here, and I'm going to run the exact same route combo. So I'm going to run the double drags, double posts, just trying to create that mesh. But now that we're not locked into man-to-man coverage on the outside, you're going to see that those players no longer do that. And now they can give help on either sideline looking to assist those safeties that are playing the man-to-man within the match coverage construct. So again, now we contrast this with the top-down view, no longer in press coverage on the outside, and you see that those outside corners are not going to match those drags. They leave them underneath to the quarter flats and the 3-rec hook, and they can assist and help on the vertical attacking threats. So in this case, they can bracket those post routes that are coming their way. Now, with this, you can also kind of pick and choose your moments. Let's say that we're in a 2x2 alignment here, and I want to play press coverage with Zion McCollum on the outside on the right. Maybe that receiver has trouble getting off a jam. Maybe it's just a situation where you want to take away a shallow cross that they're throwing to them. You know, there's a lot of reasons why you might lock in this man everywhere he goes or this MEG rule. But then maybe on the left side of the field, you say, all right, well, I don't want to play that rule against that receiver. So what you're going to do is you're going to back off that corner. This creates a hybrid version of match where the right side of the field is going to be that MEG rule, and the left side of the field is going to be traditional quarters where that player will only convert into a match coverage rule if that player goes vertical. So what I'll do here is I'll run a drag in a corner to the left, and then I'm going to run basically a smash combo to the right side of the field. So we're going to have that corner smoke. And what you'll see is that the right side outside corner plays the press technique, and then the left side lets his guy go under. So you see right there, we basically had 2 different types of match coverage within the same defense based off of whether our corner on the outside is pressed or not. Now, if you guys enjoy this type of content and you're looking for more, make sure you guys go check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. On the website, you guys can find my comprehensive match coverage game plan. If you didn't know that this coverage rule for quarters exists, you'll be surprised to find out that there's a lot more nuance to the match coverage than what I'll break down here on this YouTube channel. Don't get me wrong, I'm working my hardest to help you guys out at all times, but there's just a little bit more on that website. And when I say a little bit, I actually mean a lot of bit more on the website. For $9.95 a month, you guys unlock everything. That includes weekly vault updates focused on what pro Madden players are doing, why it works, and how to beat it when you face it online. All offensive and defensive game plans, and members only Discord access where we have lab sessions where you can ask me anything about the game every single Wednesday night. Make sure you guys take advantage of it. It's the best deal in the tip space. Now back to the video. So believe it or not, this rule set also applies when you're talking about your hybrid match coverages. And those are going to be your cover 6 and your cover 9 style defenses. Now, cover six is a defense that plays two different types of rules. So when you have two receivers to the cover 4 side of the cover 6, it plays quarters defense. So the covers that we were just in. This means that if I were to roll this outside corner down into press coverage, you're going to see the exact same rule set. So I'm going to put X receiver on a smoke. I'm going to put the Y receiver on a corner, and you're going to see that he locks into that man-to-man roll and basically plays that check down. Anything that outside receiver does, he plays it man-to-man the entire way. Meaning that if I were to play press coverage again and send the X receiver on a drag, maybe we run a drive combo here, you're going to see that with this type of defense, the outside corner on the left is going to follow that drag. So you have to be careful. Obviously, with the cover 2 side, we were able to drive off that coverage and throw the check down. But you obviously know here that that is going to be man-to-man. However, if I play off coverage where there's not an actual jam at all, and I run that same combo, you're not going to see the outside corner on the right trailing this combo. So you're going to see he's going to break underneath, and that outside corner doesn't play it. And now it's a slightly different coverage in that regard. So you have to know the rule set for cover 6. Conversely, cover 9 does the exact same thing. 6 upside down is a 9. That's basically the coverages are the same. It's just which side is cover 4, which side is cover 2. But I will show you just to be sure here. Here's the cover 9, which is, again, same alignment here, but now the left side of the field is cover 2, the right side is cover 4. If I were to roll down and press coverage out of cover 9 and maybe send B on a slant here, you're going to see that that outside corner is going to jam him and stay in that man-to-man coverage. And basically he's going to try to bracket that. So that allows you to have kind of the zone betwixt the match coverage rules. And again, if I were to not play press, then all of a sudden he's not going to jump down into the flat. He's going to drop back and look to help out on this corner route. So you're able to play two different versions of quarters based off of whether or not you're playing a press alignment. Now, this is only against twins, okay? This is super important to remember. This is only twin sets. If your opponents get into trips, this gives a completely different rule set. In fact, I've done videos on cover 6 and palms as well. So if you guys want to know how to deal with trips, actually take a look back at some of the older content here on the channel, which can help you out with those alignments as well. But I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the channel. I appreciate all the support. We're pushing up towards 45,000. Next thing you know, we'll be at 50. We're grinded. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.